Hey guys, it's BCD here. Let's do some vlogs. I've been I've sorry. I've been hearing some stuff in the news lately about germs. Is there like something going on? But yeah, things have been interesting in a lot of places, all over the place. With all the corona stuff that's going on. Things are squirrely out there. A lot of squirrels. I think that's what this is all about. Damn squirrels keeping us all inside. This social isolation day, I don't know what it is. I've decided to grow a corona stash. A corona mustache. It keeps the corona away. It catches it. Repels it. Still away from Care and Heidi and the cats, and it's been a couple weeks now. It's been a couple weeks now, and yeah, that's it. It is, it's not great, but it is what it is. Heidi, I mean, she's incredibly strong and self-sufficient, and her and Destiny is cut from the same cloth, and her and Destiny, yeah, no, they're taking care of the facility just fine. So on that regard, I'm not worried about, like how things are going. I had to make sure to kind of talk to that a little bit, because people, you would hear like, I haven't been at the facility in 2 weeks, and like, who's taking care of the cats? And then I have to say like, well, the same people that have been taking care of the cats even when I am there, which it's like, I don't there. Yes, I can, and I've talked about this in my Instagram post, but there's, not everyone's going to see it. But yeah, I add value, when I'm there, but a lot of times I film and then I hang out and I say hi to the cats and I'll be with my family, and then I go because I'm only there on the weekends anyway. So I'm not at the facility 5 days out of 7 days of the week, even when there isn't a pandemic, global pandemic happening. So there's that. Yeah. So it's not that I'm not worried about. It sucks not being, around there and seeing family and seeing the cats and everything, but yeah, no, it's more of the isolation. The walls, they're getting to me. No, I'm actually I'm doing good. A lot of people were sitting there saying like, "Oh, that's good that you're going to be in a period of." I really haven't been. I've been working. I've been working like crazy. Um, since well, certainly within like the last like week and a half, something like that. Yeah, my job has been busy to say the least. Normally, I'm an aviation meteorologist, and I manage a team of other aviation meteorologists. See, that's my main thing. All that tiger stuff is what I do on the side. But also, what I do on the side is I work with well, when things get squirrely. I work with emergency management teams and emergency operations centers to help control information flow for communities. So yeah, I made an Instagram post where it was like saying like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna lay low, and it's gonna, hey, I'm gonna play some Red Dead Redemption and maybe make some memes, and then it's like, oh no 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 no, and I was the fairly consistent 13, 14-hour days have said otherwise. I think that for the most part, the crazy pace of those things should die down. So hopefully, I'll be able to have a little bit more time to maybe, hey, kind of go back and do some of the, walk around the apartment casts like I said that I was going to do. I talk to Heidi every day, and her and Destiny and Jameson, they're, you know, working really hard, just keeping care up and taking care of things. And there was a number of different like preparations that Heidi was making in the weeks leading up to kind of the spot that we're in right now that made it to where now that we are kind of in this like, okay, we're kind of having to slow down and everything, and then you have to worry about, trafficability and supply chains, and you'd start worrying about all of that stuff. And it's we're not so just like, oh, what's gonna happen. It's like, no, because like Heidi, like I said, her and Destiny, they're planners, and they were able to get a lot of kind of necessary preparations underway, under the belt, under the stars. And who else is paranoid about touching your face now? You don't do it. Don't touch your face. You can't do it. You can't do it. Your face will melt. It'll fall off. Quit it. It's so stupid. I got a pro tip that I do. And I don't know if it's the right thing to do. And I don't know that if like there could be like some sort of virologist who's like, oh, that's a terrible idea. That offers no protection. But whenever I'm working, one of the first things I do is I take like because I disinfect. It just disinfects everything, like anytime, just like constantly just wiping and spraying stuff down. And one of the first things I do is I take like two like sheets off of a paper towel roll, and then I rip them up into like little squares like that big, and then I have a pile of little paper towel squares next to my work station. And then if I have an itch on my face, I grab one of my paper towel squares, and then I use that, and then I put it in the garbage. I'm like, get out of here. Get out of here, coronavirus. But serious though, wash your hands. Wash them more than you think that you need to. Wash them often. And this is the crazy thing. Like I was always like, oh, some people are like, hey, there were like, oh, 5-second rule. Like I never had a time limit. I just would kind of be like, food that's on the ground, that looks like it's still probably good. And now I'm lysoling light switches. Like, what's happened? Sucks because we're kind of keeping care kind of in like an isolated island for the most part. Like no tours until further notice. Like volunteers we're having them kind of stay away for the time being, and so it just like care itself and the cats. That's like they're not getting. It kind of stinks, and you think about all these different little kind of weird satellite things that kind of happen as a result of all of this stuff that's going on. And then one of the things is that the cats are not getting as many of their friends coming by to say hi. Like Heidi's going to be moving, and I don't know if she wants me to say, because maybe she's going to want to kind of talk about this, but I think, Heidi's talking about she's going to be moving Raven up into the sunroom because Raven keeps on like, yelping and like roaring, like, because there's not that many people around as there used to be. And she's like, where did all my friends go? And then she's getting like annoyed. And then she keeps on just like, crying and making noise. So like Heidi's like, I got to move Raven up into the sunroom so that she's got people and visitors. I talked to Melissa, and Melissa has a number of she's got a number of old videos just that I've got from like old, just things that I filmed in the past. And like one of the first times she came to visit, like we did like a mass kind of transfer. So she's got a bunch of like old kind of my archive stuff that I don't think I've ever posted. So she's going to kind of go through some of that, see if we can try to find a different way to get some videos up to you. And I still, and hopefully the workload is going to kind of stop being so crazy, because we had to kind of do a lot of, initial, like, we've never done this. We've done, like, there's one thing as far as like emergency response. And then there's just like, this is a whole different ballgame. This is way different. Usually we have to deal with maybe like some winds, knocking over a semi-truck trailer. This is different. So yeah, that's those are the big well, some of the big reasons why uh there's different reasons I have to kind of stay away. One, I really there's definitely the notion of not wanting to inadvertently, unintentionally take anything back to the very critical people who are taking care of care, and then two, it's like I don't feel bad about not having to go back to provide assistance because they've been able to operate care like without my help in that regard, like my robust help. Like I said, I provide value. I can provide value, but as far as the work and the day-to-day operations, I am not necessary. I'm not, but that's okay, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing. You want to get to the that's what you want. You want to get to the point and build and like try to work towards building things to where like you're not going to be the thing that's needed. That's a dream, honestly. That's a good thing. And then the last thing is because I have some pretty significant responsibilities where I currently am that necessitate my presence. And yeah, so that's another big part of it. Oh, I'm also going to be going through my own camera roll. I got a bunch of stuff that I filmed that I forget that I filmed, but then at the same time, it's like I know that I have a bunch of things, and this is the first time that I've actually sat down to like do any content. I have been the the workload again. The workload has been crazy because that's probably a lot of people are like, "Hey, where are these Travis videos that you said that you were going to do?" Like you're probably just sitting at your home and like you have all this time, and like I am not. That I am not. There's not a quarantine kind of thing. I kind of thought that that's what it was gonna. Like no, 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 no. Everyone else, like that. I'm working in ghost towns because like everyone else is like teleworking, and then I'm like the lone like like me and like a handful of other people. Hi Bill, like what's up, Derek? We're here. So, and then I work, and then I get to the end of the day. And I said the other thing, like, maybe I should go through my camera roll. And I just got drool. And then I just, I want to talk to Heidi. I want to talk to Heidi on the phone or show that kind of video message. Oh my gosh. And she sent me some stuff. She was sending me like pictures. She downloaded that app where you can make your pets talk. And like you can make them high pitched voices and low pitched voices and stuff like that. And she was like taking pictures of like Jake, and like this is the thing, and it did make me feel good, but then it also like got me like because she was taking pictures of the cats. And then she was saying just like she was doing things with like their mouth movement kind of thing, and then she would send them to me, and basically it's like, oh, it's a picture of Jake, and then press play. And then it's like, hi, Daddy, I miss you. I wish you were here, and I wish I could get your kisses, and I wish I could give you snuffles and everything. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, why are you sending me these things? This is not what I need right now. I need to focus. So that's been the things the last couple weeks. And yeah, it's been a couple weeks. I think March 8th might have been like the last time I was at Care, March 8th, and it's March 20 something. I don't know. So yeah, yesterday was like the first actual kind of day that I got to just kind of not have like significant, really any responsibilities, and I played Red Dead. I played Red Dead all day. I have a horse named Zeke Pickle Day. I got another horse named Billy Tum Tum. Most recent one was it's a chestnut standard breed. I named her Sadie Windbatter. She's a good girl. She likes beats. Oh, and Sarah's not here. Sarah's back at Care, which is good because I wouldn't want to have any other. I wouldn't want to have any animals here just because of the amount of time I have to spend away, and so that's not a bad thing. So yeah, stay safe, stay sane, avoid large gatherings, large spaces. Don't go out if you don't have to. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Make sure that your loved ones are taken care of. And yeah, yeah. And I'll talk to you folks later. All right. Bye bye.